What is it about some people that draws others to them like a magnet? You've likely met someone who lights up a room just by walking into it, who holds your attention effortlessly, and leaves you wondering, what's their secret? It's easy to assume this kind of charm is reserved for the naturally gifted, those with perfect looks, endless charisma, or extraordinary talent. But here's the truth. Attractiveness goes far deeper than surface-level traits. Many of us mistakenly believe that being attractive requires a specific look, wealth, or fame. This couldn't be further from the truth. Genuine attraction comes from the qualities you cultivate within yourself, your mindset, how you connect with others, and how you carry yourself in the world. Imagine if you could unlock these traits not through tricks or pretense, but by becoming the best version of yourself. What if you could embrace principles that make you irresistible in a way that feels natural, authentic, and fulfilling? That's exactly what this journey is about. In this video, we'll explore 5 transformative traits that can make you truly attractive, not just in relationships, but in every area of life. These are traits you can develop through self-awareness and daily practice. By the end of this, you'll see how embracing these qualities can completely shift how others perceive you, how you connect with the world, and even how you see yourself. Let's start with the first and perhaps most fundamental quality: confidence without arrogance. 1. Confidence without arrogance. What does confidence mean to you? Is it the ability to command a room, to speak with conviction, or to appear fearless in the face of challenges? At its core, confidence is far more profound than any surface-level expression. It is the quiet strength that comes from knowing who you are, accepting your imperfections, and standing firm in your values. Confidence is magnetic, but it must be genuine, grounded in self-awareness rather than a facade of superiority. Without this foundation, what seems like confidence can quickly veer into arrogance, which repels rather than attracts. True confidence begins within. It's not about being the loudest or most visible person in the room, nor is it about dominating conversations or impressing others. In fact, such behaviors often stem from insecurity disguised as bravado. Authentic confidence is steady, understated, and unshakable. It doesn't scream, "Look at me." Instead, it calmly declares, "I know who I am, and I am comfortable in that knowledge." This self-assured presence creates an aura that draws people in because it feels safe, inspiring, and trustworthy. The Stoics understood the essence of confidence long before modern self-help philosophies took shape. Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest Stoic thinkers, reflected in his meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This insight captures the heart of confidence. When you focus on mastering your own thoughts, emotions, and actions, you discover a strength that no external opinion or circumstance can shake. Confidence, then, is not something you perform for others. It is something you cultivate within yourself. Think about this for a moment. How often do you seek validation from others? How much of your energy is spent worrying about what they think of you? The paradox is that the more you chase approval, the less confident you appear. True confidence emerges when you stop looking outward for validation and start building a sense of worth from within. This is why the journey to confidence begins with self-respect. When you respect yourself, you stop measuring your value by external standards. Instead, you recognize your intrinsic worth. But how do you cultivate this kind of confidence? It begins with self-awareness. Take the time to reflect on your strengths, weaknesses, and values. What are you good at? What do you stand for? Embracing these aspects of yourself, both the light and the shadow, is essential to developing genuine confidence. This doesn't mean ignoring your flaws or pretending to be perfect. It means accepting them as part of your humanity. When you stop hiding from yourself, you stop fearing judgment from others. Next, consider the role of comparison in your life. Comparison is one of the greatest obstacles to confidence. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you are playing a game you cannot win. Someone will always be smarter, richer, more talented, or more attractive. But here's the truth. Those external measures don't define your value. You are not here to be better than anyone else. You are here to be the best version of yourself. Letting go of comparison is liberating. It allows you to focus on your own growth rather than chasing someone else's idea of success. Confidence also grows through action. It's not something you can think your way into, you must live it. This means taking risks, stepping outside your comfort zone, and proving to yourself that you are capable. Each small victory, whether it's speaking up in a meeting, trying something new, or standing firm in your beliefs, builds the foundation of confidence. Over time, these moments accumulate, and you begin to see yourself as someone who can handle challenges, face uncertainty, and thrive despite setbacks. It's important to distinguish confidence from arrogance, as the two are often confused. Arrogance is rooted in insecurity. It's an attempt to overcompensate for feelings of inadequacy by inflating one's importance. Arrogant people seek to dominate, belittle, or impress others, but their behavior ultimately pushes people away. Confidence, on the other hand, is humble. It doesn't need to prove itself because it comes from a place of inner security. Confident people lift others up. They inspire trust because their strength is grounded in authenticity, not performance. Consider the people you admire most. Are they boastful and self-absorbed, or are they calm, composed, and genuine? Chances are it's the latter. These are the individuals who make you feel at ease in their presence, who inspire you to be better, and who exude a quiet power that cannot be faked. This is the kind of confidence that makes someone irresistible. It's not about being perfect or infallible. It's about being real, grounded, and unwavering in your sense of self. In the context of Stoic relationships, confidence takes on an even deeper meaning. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, while letting go of what is beyond our power. This philosophy is particularly relevant in relationships, where so much of what happens is out of our control. By cultivating confidence, you develop the ability to navigate relationships with grace and resilience. You no longer depend on others to validate your worth or dictate your happiness. Instead, you approach relationships from a place of abundance, offering your best self without fear of rejection or loss. This kind of confidence is not only attractive but transformative. It changes how you interact with others and how they respond to you. When you are confident, you create a space where others feel safe to be themselves. You inspire trust because your sense of self is unwavering. You become someone people want to be around, not because you demand their attention, but because your presence is calming, uplifting, and authentic. As you reflect on this trait, ask yourself, what steps can you take today to build confidence within yourself? Perhaps it's as simple as acknowledging your strengths or taking a small risk that pushes you out of your comfort zone. Maybe it's letting go of the need to compare yourself to others or practicing self-compassion when you make mistakes. Whatever it is, remember that confidence is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a practice that unfolds over time, with each choice and action building upon the last. Ultimately, confidence is about owning your story. It's about standing tall in who you are, flaws and all, and knowing that you are enough. This kind of confidence doesn't just make you attractive, it makes you magnetic. It draws people to you because it reflects a strength that is rare and deeply compelling. As you embrace this quality, you'll find that the world responds to you in ways you never imagined. People will be drawn to your authenticity, your self-assurance, and your ability to navigate life with grace and resilience. Let this be your starting point. The journey to true confidence is not always easy, but it is always worth it. With each step, you move closer to becoming the kind of person others can't help but admire, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. 2. Emotional intelligence. Have you ever met someone who just gets you? Someone who seems to understand your emotions without you needing to explain them. That's the magic of emotional intelligence. It's not loud or flashy, but it's one of the most powerful traits that make someone irresistible. Emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to understand, manage, and respond to emotions, both your own and those of others. This trait is the glue that binds human connections, making relationships deeper, more meaningful, and far more fulfilling. Think about your closest relationships. What makes them work? Is it shared interests or physical attraction? Perhaps. But at the core, it's emotional understanding. When someone listens to you deeply, empathizes with your struggles, or responds to your feelings in a way that makes you feel valued, it creates an unshakable bond. Emotional intelligence is the foundation of these moments, and developing it can change not just your relationships but your entire life. At its heart, emotional intelligence is about presence. It's about being fully engaged with the person in front of you, free from distractions or judgments. In a world where attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 directions, giving someone your full focus is a rare and powerful gift. When was the last time you truly listened to someone, not just to respond, but to understand? Listening is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence. It's easy to hear someone's words, but true listening requires you to tune into the emotions behind those words. What is this person feeling? What are they trying to express beyond the surface? Active listening involves empathy, a willingness to step into someone else's experience and see the world through their eyes. This act alone can transform how people see you. They'll feel heard, understood, and valued, which are all key to building trust and attraction. But emotional intelligence isn't just about understanding others, it's also about understanding yourself. The Stoics believed deeply in the importance of self-awareness. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. In the same way, emotional intelligence begins with recognizing your own feelings and how they influence your actions. Are you quick to anger? Do you withdraw when you feel vulnerable? Understanding these patterns helps you manage them more effectively, leading to healthier interactions with others. Managing your emotions is a critical component of EQ. It doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it's about acknowledging them without letting them control you. Imagine someone who stays calm under pressure, even in the most chaotic situations. That calmness is magnetic because it signals strength and stability. When you can manage your emotions, you create a sense of safety for those around you, and that makes you incredibly attractive. Here's an important question to ask yourself. How do you respond when others share their emotions with you? Are you quick to offer advice or solutions? While well-intentioned, this approach can sometimes shut people down. Often what people need most is validation. They need to know their feelings are seen and respected, even if they're difficult or uncomfortable. A simple, "That sounds really tough. I'm here for you," can mean far more than any solution you could offer. Emotional intelligence also involves reading nonverbal cues. Body language, tone of voice, and facial expressions often reveal more than words ever could. Someone might say they're fine, but their slumped shoulders or downcast eyes tell a different story. Being attuned to these subtle signals allows you to respond in ways that feel deeply empathetic and caring. Think about how emotional intelligence impacts Stoic relationships. Stoicism emphasizes maintaining inner calm and focusing on what you can control, which aligns beautifully with the principles of EQ. When you approach relationships with emotional intelligence, you stop trying to control how others feel or react. Instead, you focus on your own responses, creating space for mutual respect and understanding. This makes your presence a source of comfort and strength for those around you. The power of emotional intelligence lies in its ability to create connection. When you consistently demonstrate empathy, self-awareness, and emotional regulation, people will naturally gravitate toward you. They'll feel safe sharing their thoughts and feelings because they know you won't judge or dismiss them. This creates trust, which is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. Now, let's talk about how you can develop emotional intelligence in your daily life. Start by practicing mindfulness. Pay attention to your emotions as they arise, and try to name them without judgment. For example, instead of saying "I'm upset," get more specific. "I feel frustrated because I don't feel heard." This clarity helps you address your feelings more effectively. Next, focus on active listening. The next time someone shares something with you, resist the urge to jump in with your opinion or advice. Instead, reflect their feelings back to them. If they say, "I'm so stressed about work," you might respond with, "It sounds like work has been really overwhelming for you lately." This simple act of mirroring shows that you're truly engaged and empathetic. Finally, work on regulating your emotions. This doesn't mean suppressing them, but rather choosing how you respond. For example, If someone criticizes you, instead of reacting defensively, take a moment to breathe and consider whether their feedback has merit. This kind of emotional maturity not only helps you grow, but also shows others that you're calm, thoughtful, and in control. Emotional intelligence is not something you're born with. It's a skill you can cultivate. As you develop this trait, you'll notice a profound shift in how people respond to you. You'll become someone others feel comfortable around, someone they can trust, and someone they want to be close to. If you've made it this far and you're resonating with these ideas, take a moment to show your support. Like this video and comment number 1 if you're finding value in this discussion. It helps us know that this content speaks to you and encourages us to create even more. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. There's so much more to explore when it comes to building Stoic relationships, understanding Stoicism, and becoming your most attractive, authentic self. Hit that subscribe button and join our community. We'd love to have you on this journey. Now that we've explored emotional intelligence, let's move to the next transformative trait in becoming irresistible: a sense of humor. Stay with us, because this one might surprise you. 3. A sense of humor. Humor is a universal language. It transcends cultures, breaks down barriers, and connects people in ways few other traits can. When was the last time someone made you laugh so hard that you forgot, even briefly, about the stresses of life? That moment of shared laughter creates an instant bond, one that feels light, effortless, and deeply human. This is why a sense of humor is such a powerful and attractive quality. It not only brings joy but also reveals something essential about who you are, your ability to see the world with a touch of lightness and playfulness. Humor doesn't mean you have to be a stand-up comedian or have a repertoire of perfectly timed jokes. It's less about performance and more about perspective. It's about finding joy in life's absurdities and inviting others to share in that joy. People are naturally drawn to those who can make them laugh, not just because laughter feels good, but because it reflects a mindset that is open, resilient, and adaptive. In a world that often feels heavy and complicated, someone with a sense of humor offers a much-needed reprieve. Think about the role humor plays in your closest relationships. It acts as a bridge, connecting people on a deeper level by creating moments of shared understanding. When you laugh with someone, you're not just enjoying a funny moment, you're building trust and intimacy. Laughter signals safety. It tells others that they can relax around you, that you won't judge them harshly, and that they can be themselves. This is why humor is not just about making people laugh, it's about making them feel comfortable and understood. From a Stoic perspective, humor also serves as a tool for resilience. Life is unpredictable, and challenges are inevitable. The ability to laugh, even in the face of difficulty, demonstrates an incredible strength of character. Marcus Aurelius reminds us in his Meditations to take life's events in stride, recognizing that many of the things we stress about are beyond our control. Humor helps us do just that. It reframes adversity, making it less overwhelming and more manageable. This doesn't mean ignoring hardship, but rather approaching it with a mindset that lightens the burden. Humor is also a sign of intelligence and creativity. To find humor in a situation often requires seeing connections others might miss or framing something in an unexpected way. When you share this with others, it reveals a sharpness and originality that is undeniably appealing. People admire those who can shift perspectives and see the lighter side of things without dismissing their seriousness. It's a delicate balance, but one that makes humor such a uniquely attractive trait. Interestingly, humor can also reveal your values and personality. The kind of humor you engage in, whether it's lighthearted, witty, self-deprecating, or dark, offers insight into how you see the world and what matters to you. This is why humor, when authentic, can strengthen bonds so quickly. When someone laughs with you, they're not just reacting to a joke, they're connecting with the way you see life. This is why forced or inauthentic humor often falls flat. It feels like a performance rather than a genuine expression, and people can sense the difference. Developing a sense of humor doesn't mean trying to be someone you're not. It's not about learning to tell jokes or mimicking someone else's style of humor. Instead, it's about embracing your natural way of finding and sharing joy. Start by observing what genuinely makes you laugh. Is it clever wordplay? The absurdities of everyday life? Silly moments with friends? Once you know what resonates with you, share it with others in a way that feels authentic. Humor that comes from a genuine place is always more effective and endearing than humor that feels forced. Humor also requires vulnerability. To make someone laugh, you often have to put yourself out there, whether it's by sharing a personal story, making a self-deprecating comment, or taking a playful risk in conversation. This vulnerability is part of what makes humor so powerful. It signals that you're comfortable enough in yourself to not take life or yourself too seriously. This kind of self-assurance is deeply attractive because it creates a sense of ease and authenticity. At the same time, humor must be used with care. Not all humor is created equal, and what's funny to one person might not be to another. Humor that comes at someone else's expense, for example, often backfires, creating discomfort instead of connection. Similarly, overly cynical or negative humor can push people away, as it may reflect underlying bitterness or pessimism. The most effective humor is inclusive, uplifting, and kind. It brings people together rather than dividing them. Think about the last time humor helped you navigate a difficult situation. Perhaps it was a lighthearted comment that diffused tension during an argument, or a funny observation that made a stressful day feel a little less heavy. These moments demonstrate humor's incredible power to transform the energy of a situation. When you bring this ability into your interactions with others, you become a source of positivity and light, someone people want to be around. In the realm of Stoic relationships, humor takes on an even deeper significance. Stoicism teaches us to approach life with perspective, recognizing that much of what happens is beyond our control. Humor embodies this principle by helping us see challenges in a less serious light. It allows us to laugh at our own imperfections, to accept the unpredictability of life, and to connect with others in a way that feels human and real. A sense of humor doesn't diminish life's difficulties, it equips us to face them with grace and resilience. As you think about how to cultivate humor in your life, remember that it's not about trying to be funny, it's about being open to joy. Start by looking for the humor in everyday moments. Allow yourself to laugh at the small absurdities of life and invite others to share in that laughter. Notice how it shifts the energy of your interactions, making them feel lighter, warmer, and more connected. Over time, you'll find that humor becomes not just a tool for connection, but a defining part of your presence, one that makes you truly irresistible. 4. Authenticity. What does it mean to truly be yourself? In a world that often pressures us to conform, to fit into neatly defined roles or curated versions of perfection, authenticity has become a rare and valuable trait. And yet, it is precisely this quality, being unapologetically, wholeheartedly yourself, that makes you irresistible to others. Authenticity isn't about striving to meet everyone else's expectations. It's about embracing your individuality, your values, and your imperfections. It's about showing up as the most honest version of yourself and inspiring others to do the same. Why is authenticity so powerful? Because people crave real connections. In a world filled with filters, facades, and endless distractions, authenticity cuts through the noise. It signals trustworthiness, vulnerability, and a willingness to be seen. Think about the people in your life who feel the most genuine. They don't wear masks to hide their flaws or pretend to be something they're not. Instead, they embrace who they are, and this openness draws others in like a magnet. Being authentic, however, is not always easy. It requires courage to show up as yourself, especially when you fear judgment or rejection. But here's the paradox. The more you try to fit in or hide parts of yourself, the less connected you'll feel to others. On the other hand, when you allow yourself to be vulnerable and real, you create space for meaningful relationships to flourish. Authenticity starts with self-awareness. You can't be true to yourself if you don't know who you are. Take a moment to reflect. What are your values? What matters most to you in life? What makes you feel alive and inspired? Understanding these core aspects of yourself is the foundation of authenticity. Once you're clear on who you are, you can begin to live in alignment with your values, making decisions and building relationships that reflect your true self. Another essential element of authenticity is self-acceptance. This means embracing not just your strengths but also your imperfections. The Stoics remind us that imperfection is part of the human experience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." While this wisdom encourages personal accountability, it also implies a need for compassion, for yourself and for others. When you accept your flaws and see them as opportunities for growth, you free yourself from the burden of trying to appear perfect. And when you stop striving for perfection, you allow others to see the real you. Authenticity is also about consistency. When your actions align with your words and values, you demonstrate integrity, a quality that is deeply attractive. People want to trust you, and trust is built on consistency. If you say one thing but do another, it creates confusion and undermines your credibility. On the other hand, when your behavior reflects your true beliefs, people feel confident in your reliability and honesty. One of the most beautiful aspects of authenticity is its ripple effect. When you show up as your authentic self, you give others permission to do the same. I think about a time when someone's openness inspired you. Perhaps they shared a personal story, admitted a vulnerability, or expressed an unpopular opinion with confidence. That kind of authenticity is contagious. It creates an environment where people feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment. But authenticity isn't about being the same person in every situation. It's about being adaptable while staying true to your core values. For example, you might express yourself differently at work than you do with close friends, but your honesty and integrity should remain consistent. Authenticity doesn't mean being rigid or unfiltered. It means being genuine in a way that respects both yourself and the people around you. Now, let's talk about how authenticity plays into Stoic relationships. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control. And one of the things we have the most control over is how we present ourselves to the world. When you show up authentically in your relationships, you stop trying to control how others perceive you. Instead, you focus on being the best version of yourself and let the right people gravitate toward you. This approach not only makes your relationship stronger, but also ensures they are built on a foundation of honesty and mutual respect. Authenticity is also a form of freedom. When you stop pretending to be someone you're not, you liberate yourself from the exhausting cycle of people-pleasing. You no longer need to wear masks or say what you think others want to hear. Instead, you can speak your truth, pursue your passions, and build relationships that align with your values. This kind of freedom is deeply attractive because it reflects a sense of confidence and self-assurance that others admire. So how can you cultivate authenticity in your life? Start by being honest with yourself. Take time to reflect on your feelings, motivations, and actions. Are you living in alignment with your values, or are you making choices to gain approval from others? If you find areas where you're not being true to yourself, don't be discouraged. Awareness is the first step toward change. Next, practice vulnerability. Being authentic means allowing yourself to be seen, even when it feels uncomfortable. This doesn't mean sharing every detail of your life with everyone you meet. It's about being open and honest in a way that feels appropriate for the relationship. For example, instead of pretending everything is fine when you're struggling, try saying, "I'm having a tough day, but I'm working through it." This kind of honesty invites connection and builds trust. Finally, embrace your individuality. What makes you unique? What experiences, perspectives, or qualities set you apart? These are the things that make you special, and they deserve to be celebrated. Instead of trying to fit in, focus on standing out in a way that feels authentic to you. When you fully embrace who you are, you become someone others can't help but be drawn to. If you found this discussion on authenticity inspiring, let us know. Like this video and comment number 1 to show your support. Your engagement helps us create more content that speaks to you in your journey. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time to join our community. By subscribing, you'll gain access to more insights on Stoicism, Stoic relationships, and personal growth. Hit that subscribe button and let's continue this journey together. As we wrap up this section on authenticity, remember this. Being authentic isn't just about attracting others, it's about living a life that feels true to you. It's about showing up as the real you every day and trusting that the right people will love you for it. Let's move on to our final trait, ambition and passion, where we'll explore how pursuing your purpose makes you truly magnetic. Stay tuned. 5. Ambition and passion. Ambition and passion are two of the most magnetic qualities a person can possess. Together, they form the spark that lights up your life and inspires those around you. Ambition gives you direction, a sense of purpose that drives you forward, while passion infuses your journey with energy and enthusiasm. These traits are not just about achieving goals, they're about how you live your life and the inspiration you bring to others through your dedication and zeal. At their core, ambition and passion reflect a commitment to growth. Ambition isn't about relentless striving for external success or material rewards. It's about aspiring to be better, to learn more, and to make a meaningful impact in the world. Passion, on the other hand, is the fire that fuels this growth. It's the deep love for what you do, the excitement that makes hard work feel worthwhile, and the joy that comes from engaging fully with life. Together, these qualities create a dynamic force that makes you not only attractive but also deeply inspiring. Think about the people you admire most. Chances are they're not aimless or indifferent about their lives. They likely have a clear vision for what they want to achieve, and they pursue it with dedication and enthusiasm. This combination of ambition and passion is contagious. It draws people in because it reflects vitality, purpose, and a sense of direction. When you're around someone who is passionate and driven, you can't help but feel motivated to pursue your own goals. Ambition and passion also reveal an important aspect of character: resilience. The path to achieving meaningful goals is rarely easy. It's often filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But someone who is truly ambitious and passionate doesn't give up in the face of challenges. Instead, they adapt, learn, and keep moving forward. This resilience is deeply attractive because it demonstrates strength, perseverance, and the ability to navigate life's uncertainties with grace and determination. From a Stoic perspective, ambition aligns beautifully with the principle of focusing on what you can control. The Stoics believed in the importance of setting meaningful goals and working toward them with discipline and effort. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom reminds us that ambition should be directed toward personal growth and self-mastery, rather than external validation or outcomes beyond our control. Passion, too, resonates with Stoicism in its emphasis on presence and engagement. When you are passionate about something, you immerse yourself fully in the moment, finding joy and meaning in the process rather than fixating solely on the end result. This kind of passion is not fleeting or superficial. It is rooted in a deep connection to what matters most to you. It reflects authenticity, commitment, and a profound appreciation for life. Ambition and passion also play a crucial role in relationships. When you are driven by a sense of purpose, you bring a unique energy to your interactions. You inspire others not just with your achievements, but with your dedication, enthusiasm, and ability to dream big. Passion, in particular, adds a layer of vibrancy and excitement to your relationships. It shows that you are alive, engaged, and willing to invest yourself fully in what you care about, including the people you love. In Stoic relationships, ambition and passion are essential for building a partnership rooted in mutual growth and support. A truly fulfilling relationship is one where both individuals encourage each other to pursue their goals and live with purpose. It's about creating a dynamic where you inspire and challenge each other to be your best selves, while also finding joy and meaning in the shared journey. Ambition and passion make this possible by fostering a sense of direction and vitality that enriches your connection. Developing ambition and passion in your own life begins with self-reflection. What are your deepest values? What excites you and makes you feel alive? What kind of impact do you want to have on the world? These questions can help you identify the goals and pursuits that align with your true self. Once you have clarity, take action. Break your goals into small, manageable steps and celebrate your progress along the way. Remember, ambition isn't about grand gestures or overnight success. It's about consistent effort, and a commitment to growth. Passion, too, can be cultivated by exploring what brings you joy and fulfillment. Allow yourself to try new things, take risks, and follow your curiosity. Passion often arises when you lose yourself in an activity, when time seems to disappear because you are so fully engaged. Pay attention to these moments and seek ways to incorporate them into your daily life. Passion doesn't have to be tied to a career or a specific achievement. It can be found in hobbies, relationships, or even the way you approach everyday tasks. Ambition and passion also require balance. Ambition without passion can feel cold and mechanical, while passion without ambition can become unfocused and fleeting. Together, they create a synergy that drives meaningful action and sustained energy. Strive to align your ambition with your passions so that your goals reflect what truly matters to you. This alignment not only enhances your own sense of fulfillment, but also makes you more attractive to others, as it demonstrates authenticity, purpose, and a deep connection to your values. As you embrace ambition and passion, you may notice a shift in how others perceive you. People are naturally drawn to those who are excited about life and committed to their goals. Your energy becomes contagious, your resilience inspiring, and your sense of purpose magnetic. This doesn't mean you have to have everything figured out or be constantly achieving. It's about the way you approach life with curiosity, enthusiasm, and a willingness to grow. In cultivating ambition and passion, you become a source of light and inspiration for those around you. You show others what is possible when you live with purpose and dedication. You remind them of their own potential and encourage them to pursue their dreams. This is what makes ambition and passion so powerful, not just in what they allow you to achieve, but in the way they uplift and connect you with others. Let ambition and passion guide you not only toward your goals, but also toward a deeper understanding of yourself and your purpose. When these traits are grounded in authenticity and aligned with your values, they become more than just attractive qualities. They become a way of life, one that enriches your relationships, enhances your personal growth, and inspires everyone you encounter. As we've journeyed through these 5 transformative traits, confidence, emotional intelligence, humor, authenticity, and ambition, we've uncovered what truly makes someone irresistible and deeply attractive. These qualities are not about appearances or superficial charm. They're about cultivating a genuine connection with yourself and others. Each trait is a reflection of who you are at your core, and together, they create a presence that is magnetic, inspiring, and unforgettable. The beauty of these traits is that they are not reserved for a select few. They are accessible to everyone willing to invest in self-awareness, growth, and meaningful relationships. Confidence grows when you embrace your worth and act with courage. Emotional intelligence flourishes as you listen deeply and empathize with those around you. Humor strengthens connections by bringing joy and lightness to life's challenges. Authenticity frees you to live as your true self, building trust and deeper bonds. And ambition and passion fuel your purpose, inspiring others with your dedication and vitality. What makes these traits so compelling is their authenticity. They are not tricks or strategies to manipulate others. They are reflections of a life lived with intention, purpose, and heart. By embodying these qualities, you not only attract others, but also create a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. As we conclude, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Which of these traits resonates most with you? Which one do you feel inspired to develop further? Remember, this is a process, a lifelong commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. And as you grow, you'll find that the connections you build and the energy you radiate will transform not only how others see you, but also how you see yourself. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of what makes someone truly attractive. If you found these insights valuable, I encourage you to share this video with someone who might benefit from it. Together, we can create a community grounded in growth, authenticity, and meaningful relationships. Until next time, remember, the journey to becoming irresistible begins within. Cultivate these traits with intention and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. Here's to your continued growth, your connections, and the incredible person you are becoming. Wishing you all the best on this journey. Keep shining.